Guide to use the wisdom of the House of Knight for key for this relationship energy check between you two with the person named Tavi, Tavy. Obedience. Let me see the guidebook 48. It's a feeling of playing it safe. That's what this obedience translating into. It's perhaps there is some sort of I'm picking up cultural norms are expected in this relationship, wherever that relationship dynamic you have with this person. And that's what I'm picking up from. I'm guided to end it here for you. May you find life from a spiritual guardian. For Eva, her relationship with her husband, the time traveler oracle I'm guided to, the first one, 42, the truth. First thing come to me is you already know the truth about your husband. He cheated. But then you're still doubting it. Not sure about whether he's cheating on you or not. That's what I'm picking up from here. And I feel like you need to trust your gut's feeling, Eva. I think there's some difficult situation you're probably in. I have this like codependency that you're probably in with your so-called relationship, in this partnership. I think that is causing you to feel it feels like you're depending on him emotionally, financially as well for some reason. Physically as well. Emotionally, physically, and financially. You're codependent on him for some reason. Is there any more to say about this card? You have to listen to yourself. Do you even want to stay in this relationship? I feel like you're staying because of some sort of a conditional situation you're in with him. That's what it feels like. Child? Perhaps you guys have a child together? I'm not sure it's really your or from the ex side or... You have to learn to let go. Okay, no wonder I'm picking up like both sizes or something. So you have to let go certain situations that is causing you to diminish yourself. You have to draw healthy boundaries. It is not up to me to say how much you love him or how much he loves you. Only your heart and his heart can speak the truth. He has his own problem and you have your own problems. Being together, it just only create more certain type of problems. So But even there are problems that you both are facing, but you still have to be honest to your heart and his heart. Do you actually love each other? Reject. I don't know why rejection is. I'm not sure why it comes to me like he's facing rejections. From who? From you? I don't know why this message comes to me, Eva. Perhaps you're not realizing he feel rejected by you in some way, causing him to go someplace else instead of stay in this marriage. I think that's what's going on. The way how you make him feel. Complain. Perhaps you do complain about something about the life situation in the past, causing him to feel rejected by you. So he looked somewhere else for happiness, for a short moment of happiness. People just don't often cheat without an underlying reason. So you cannot just look at the surface of things, Eva, why he cheat or why he still cheat. You have to ask yourself, what kind of complaint do you have toward him? Are you judging him in some way? Are you expecting something from him? And that's what this card is talking about, the truth. You have to understand the truth. Don't just jump into conclusion just because there is a cheating scene going on in your partnerships. If you both truly love each other, then you really have to have a heart-to-heart conversations. Not just asking, do you cheat on me? It's not that simple, right? If that's all your conversation is about, that is come from your expectations. You know, you're not understanding him why he cheated on you from the beginning. And that's what this truth card is trying to tell you. That's what you need to discover first to even have that kind of serious conversation with him. And that's where the problem is, because you don't understand his darkness. You have darkness and he has darkness. Darkness enough never is going to work. You know, that's where both the bonding of the relationship breaks. So you have to go deeper. I know that hard to tell a couple like this because you're not having psychology backgrounds to understand what makes someone want to cheat. There's something about your relationship dynamic with him make him want to cheat. Rejection is one of them, okay? That's what I picked up earlier about the past. He feel rejected by you. So cheating is his way out of, is an easy way out, you know. 44. The sun. Energy. It didn't say much about what energy. Your life can't seem that may find uncover has. I'm not too sure why TikTok is sending me restrictions. I have no idea. I didn't say anything that is out of inappropriate. But I hope you're still able to hear me, Eva. But just TikTok just put restriction on me, Sonny. Okay, I'm glad you do hear me. Let me channel a little bit further. It's not very clear about why the word energy comes through me. It is too narrowed. It doesn't have any substance. I feel like you both need some positive energy, need some optimism toward each other. If the language that you speak and the language that he speaks, it's come from negativity, it is hard to have a conversation. So I feel like this card is asking you both to have some positive conversation. Don't nag, don't judge, don't complain, don't expect anything out of each other yet. Expectation is not so good. I think a heart-to-heart conversation is necessary. Like, go back to the beginning. Why did you even date me from the beginning? You can talk about that. Go back to the past. What was the feeling that you have toward me? What was your feeling toward him back then? What got you dated? What got you in a marriage? In that regard, go back to that. Is there something happen now that caused it not to have that kind of feeling toward each other? I feel like that's what this energy card is about. So you have to watch out. It's like it's a way of rekindle yourself, because I feel like there's some good optimistic feeling from the beginning of your relationship with him, but then everything going downward path. So it got so negative in the language between you both. So even the unspoken one that also got this negativity, you don't have to say out the word, even just the behavior to triggers negative feelings as well. And that's what I'm sensing here. So you have to work on the way how you say things to each other. Does it come from judgment? Does it come from expectation? Does it come from your worry? I feel like worry, security issue, wanting secure, wanting to be 100% certain, some sort of a guarantee in order to move forward with this whatever decision you're trying to make, or whatever his decision is trying to make. Is there even such a thing, 100% guarantee? I have to say no. No such thing. I think there's like a problem on both sides that need to work on continuously. It is no such thing guarantee, but I think you need to lay it out. What is it that you need to work on? And he has to lay it out. What is he willing to work on, right? I don't think you can just tell him, this is what I think you need to work on. But he's not going to understand that if it's coming from you. He's the one that he needs to acknowledge that I'm the one with this problem that I need to work on, okay? Eva, it needs to go both way with him. It's not just one way of what you think he needs to work on, but you need to think about what you need to work on too to improve this relationship, so you guys can do baby step to work toward the improvement of this relationship. And let me go to the last one here. Adventure, Silver Inner Mongolia. Adventure, card number 3. You both need to explore this relationship further. You need to ride the wave. Obstacles are like a wave to you both. Yes, there are many little obstacles can be resolved if you use love language, not fear-based language. When you decide to be together, there's always a risk. There's not always sunshine. In other words, there's going to be difficult time, but you're able to ride through that. Then it's just everything has to go back to your heart. How much do you love this guy and how much he loves you? If this love really truly mattered to both parties, then there is a mutual, common ground to bond this relationship together. And speak love language. Do not use fear language to speak to each other. So there's some old patterns that needs to change, but you need to figure out why you both have certain old patterns together. Even individually, you both have some sort of old patterns causing you to limit the adventure that you both need to take with each other and individually. It is like a new beginning. If you both have this mutual feeling toward each other, then there will be a new journey for you both. That's what I'm sensing here. But it's up to you and him, right? I feel like you both need to take some time to reevaluate your inner world and his inner world. How do y'all really feel at up this time? It's not just about rekindling the old feeling, but then what is this as of today as well? But I hope that forgiveness will reignite this passion that you have for each other from the beginning. I feel like it needs this total forgiveness, Eva, but also join healthy boundary as well. It is about loving yourself first, Eva. But same for Frank. If you keep letting each other hurt each other, it's not going to work out. Who doesn't make mistake and he cheated already? It's not his first. So what is the difference now that he cheated recently? It makes no difference because it doesn't solve the problem. I feel like you guys going through the same cycle over and over so many times. Even if you decide, for example, not to stay with him, not to stay in this marriage, and you still don't want to forgive him, you're going to carry this pain in you forever for the rest of your life. And you're going to have this emotional baggage in you and start a new relationship with someone. And they're still going to have the same problem either. You're going to get hunted by this. Oh, is this guy gonna be honest with me? Is this gonna be like my ex-husband? You're gonna have this doubt over and over again if there are any tiny little behavior that trigger you to feel this way. And you need to heal yourself first through forgiveness. And whatever that happens in the future, let that be, right? But you are important. You don't want to live in fear. You don't want to live in insecure feeling for the rest of your life. You want to love yourself. That's the only way to love yourself, not through fear. It's only through love. So I hope you understand, Eva. But I'm going to end it here for you. May you find light from your spiritual guardian. Seems like I'm reading dream frame here. You and him. Is it she and him? Am I allowed to disclose the Pacific? Not yet, but it's a dream frame. I'm not sure what the guardian's intention is, but you just want me to confirm that it is a dream frame journey she's on. Yes, I'm picking up a yes from the spiritual guardian. You're on a dream frame journey. That's all it is trying to say here. Karmic. You're also in a karmic relationship with Jonah. There's still unresolved issues. That's what I'm picking up. There are quite a few obstacles between you two. And that's also many obstacles for the individual selves as well. You have a few past lifetimes. Your soul is a collective of a few past life. Your soul is a collective lifetimes. That's what I'm trying to say. Hopefully I'm saying it right. And he has his past life as well. Whether you both collide in that history or not, I'm not here to channel that, but I'm just saying particularly you. But he definitely has past life, as you do. Tension. There's tension in the synergy between you both at the upper levels. I'm not talking about the physical form here. I'm talking about your soul. Your soul immune energy, his soul immune energy. So there's some tension going on. Partnership. Talk about you and him, partnership. I'm wondering why, even though you guys are separated. In the past? Want me to talk about the past timeline? There are many mistakes, a few mistakes. There are few mistakes that you both had with each other in the past relationship, causing the breakup. Too much judgment that you both have not resolved on your own, even though you guys are triggered by it in the relationship. Okay, there's another puzzle here. They think I'm idle. TikTok is giving me a lot of stuff to do while I'm doing readings, and suddenly something pops up on the screen. So this partnership is just the judgment have not been resolved. So let this bruise in the heart. Both sides. I'm thinking of both sides having bruise in the heart. Any more on your channel for her? I'm not sure why there's a female here. For some reason, I'm picking up Jonah has a female in his romantic relationship. I think he's kind of having some sort of a romantic feeling towards someone. I don't know if they're actually dating or not, but it's like perhaps he is interested in this girl. And that's what I'm picking up. Is there any more you need to say for Courtney? I'm guided to end it here for you, Courtney. May you find light from the spiritual guardian. This is the decease of a loved one for crystals, and to her mom, Julie. This is what I sent to your mom. You said, I love you, Mom. I'm sorry for me being mean to you. And Julie said, I'm hurt by me. I love you no matter what. You take care there. And I'm going to pull 2 cards for you from Journey of Love. Crystal, this is for you. Card number 70, Heaven. Let me go to card book and see what it wants to say to you. This heaven is calling you to have more love. You need to embrace your life. Love has no limit. Only you stopping yourself from loving yourself because of your illusion that you have. You have to let go those illusions in order to help yourself to how to love yourself properly in a healthier way. Know what is true to your heart, Crystal. You are loved by your mom. You're loved by heaven. You're loved by your guardian angel. Despite all this love have been showering to you, but you still have not opened your heart to love yourself yet. Only you can give that to yourself. Nobody else can do that for you, Crystal. So hear this high calling to love yourself more. 68. Drop into your heart. There is a place of light within you. There is no shame to that. No matter what kind of dark path that you have been taking, your light is never lost within you. But you do forget sometimes, a lot more than necessary. You need to be gentle with yourself to find peace within you, to find that stillness within you. What is it that you're struggling inside, Crystal? It's time to let that out to the surface and work on it. I feel like something is bothering you, like you have putting a lid on your heart, not to let it out, to work on that healing that you so need. So you need to do some genuine reflections about your life, about your inner world, so you don't have to carry this heart with burden. It is all about love and light now. Is there any more I need to do for Crystal here? I'm guided to end it here for you. May you find light from your spiritual guardian. Guide to use Lens Strider Tarot for Thalia, Full Card, and King of Swords. Burr. Set yourself free. Have you figured out how you are limiting yourself from setting yourself free? That's what I'm picking up on this one. Limitation comes in so many forms, Thalia. It doesn't have to be, does not mean it has a physical boundary. It could be an emotional boundary. I feel like, does not mean it has a physical boundary. It could be an emotional boundary. I feel like you're supposed to have many limitations. Like you're supposed to have many limitations, and it is hard for you to set yourself free. Inside you, that is limiting you to set yourself free. Free, I feel like this freedom is meaning that you know who you are. You know what's authentic to you. You know what path that you should take for this lifetime to fulfill, to achieve that soul fulfillment that will give you the lasting happiness. The King of Swords. Let me get a little bit closer to this visuals. Something is wrapping around his head. Clutters. Mind thing. The thought is full of clutters. Your mind has clutters. And that's what sword is, really the mind, the thoughts. But then the clutter is caused by a lot of underlying emotions. They just blended together, even though you might not think this way, but it's there. It drives you to, your feeling drive you to think certain way, drive you to behave certain way. So you have to figure out what that is, Thalia. You're the only one that knows how you feel about something, someone, even as basic as your environment, including yourself as well. Listen, okay, this year's telling me that stop listening to what everybody else is trying to tell you. I feel like there's influencers. I call them influencers. People give their own opinion. People give you informations. Wherever that is, doesn't have to be directly. It could be indirectly, just as simple as television, right? Someone created information and they broadcast it on the television, and you pick up that information. That is called the influencers. So you need to be careful of that, how those kind of things influence you. It create a lot of clutter on your mind, okay? It's also simultaneously trigger this underlying emotion to mix with your thoughts. So be careful with that. So it's only you can undo that. Sending more to say for Thalia. I'm glad to end it here. May you find light from your spiritual guardian. This is the decease of a loved one from Kathryn to her dad, Wing. Kathryn, I send this to you. You said, are you okay and at peace with your passing? Did I make the right choices? Is there anything you would like me to know to help me heal forward? Wing said, you think I'm alive Peace is beautiful here. Yes, love who you are. I love and miss you much. Say hi to Kevin. It's It want me to transcribe as Kevn, maybe just the pronunciation. Perhaps it's someone named Kevin in the family that he want to say hi to, but I'm not sure exactly the spelling of it, but it sounds like Kevin, Kevin. And this is the end of the message from your dad, and I'm going to pull this card from the Heart and Soul. So I'm not sure which one. So it's it want me to spell Kevn. Never heard of this name before. So, but I think it's the way he pronounced it. Okay. This card said you are afraid to let go of something that is no longer working for you. There is a deep sense of duty or guilt, and you feel like you don't have a choice. The reality is that you do, and ultimately doing what you know feels right in your heart will be best for all concerned. It feels like there's much that you need to go within and reflect on your world, especially your heart. If you're holding on to some type of burden, I'm picking up bitterness for you. Kathryn's worth of life have happened in your past. Perhaps you're still holding on to something that you haven't let go. I feel like forgiveness comes to me, that you still need to learn to forgive. Forgiveness is a beautiful thing because it's open your heart to self-compassion, to love yourself better. And I think that's what your dad is trying to say, that you need to love yourself, not keep hurting yourself, whether you're holding on to this bitterness or whether grudge, whether resentment, whether that happened to you in the past, so you can find peace with it. It's not about moving on, but it's more about healing. Truly heal yourself. Is there more you say for Kathryn? Kevn? Grandchild? I don't know if there's a grandchild start with a K or something. I think he's referencing to your dad, is referencing to a grandchild, for who that is. I have no idea. Oh, all K's name. I'm not too sure why I keep saying grandchild. In heaven? Why would say there's a grandchild in heaven? Okay, not that it makes any common sense. Oh, okay, so maybe that's what he's referring to. Okay, I try to make some sense. So I don't know the family story, but something about in heaven. So I don't know why he say hi to, or maybe he's saying hi for you or something. Maybe the other way around. Maybe, yeah, if it's in heaven, why he need to say hi to Kevin? Okay, so this is the end of the reading for you, Kathryn. May you find light from your spiritual guardian. For your topics, ask your guides oracle. That's what I'm going to use. 46, overthinking nature spirit. Let me go to the guidebook and see what it has in store for you about your career topics. Fixation. Stuck in the zone of needing to change, needing to get out of some situation you find unpleasant. There is no mistake of where you are now. It's only your mind causing the limitations to further explore, change within yourself. So it feels like fear stopping you to explore within yourself in order to do the necessary self transformation to better you. You have to learn to dive within yourself. What is that feeling that you're having that is still blocking you? Restore something, restore here. Something, let me channel a little bit. I'm not sure why I'm picking up the word restore. Restore your love. You need to nurture your love language to see a brighter side of your current situation in your job. Your guardian wants you to ride the wave in your current job situation. Face your thought of change, needing to change on the outside. You need to go within to change yourself. I hope you got the message here from your spiritual guardian. I think you're so eager to change the environment. Instead of changing the environment inside of you, you're trying to change the environment from the outside of you, and that's where the problem is, Daniel. That's why you're stuck in this overthinking, thinking the negativities about your current job. And when you do that, you're going to start manifesting. You already have manifest negativity in your work. And when you do that, you're going to start manifesting. You already have manifest negativity in your work environment because of the way how you will the situations. And you're not mindful enough to stop thinking the negativity, stop feeling the negativities. You're like getting reactive. You're on this reactive fight. It's try to guide me to use the word fight. FLIGHT. It's not good for you when you're constantly reacting to this environment over and over again, and you're not willing to dive within to release that negative feeling toward the environment. So that means you're not seizing the opportunity to heal yourself in this regard. And I'm picking up a warning from your spiritual guardian about this. Opportunity like this don't happen all the time. So Daniel, you need to seize that opportunity to heal yourself when your negative emotion is surfacing already. You have to embrace your job situation as an opportunity to heal yourself. If you only see your current job situation, it's bad, it's going to continue to be bad. So I hope you understand that. Your path right now is not a mistake. You are supposed to be where you are. So move on to the next one. Retrievals, recuperation, justice, recovery, reimbursements. First, second, last. Retrieve your loss of what? Everything. You lost everything. Why is that? One day it will come back to you. Losses are temporary. Nothing important. Those losses. It's calculating the losses. You're calculating down to penny. I don't know, is that the exaggeration? But it want me to say you're calculating down to penny. If that's the losses that you're not willing to accept, Daniels, life isn't about money. Life isn't about how you should be compensated. Because it's working loaded with work. I'm not sure what's happening in your environment, but it felt like the pressure is great enough for you to want to quit. I don't know if you're being loaded with tasks beyond your normal whatever that you used to do. For some reason, I'm picking that up, okay, for you. But that is just the loss. This loss is temporary. And that's the first card. I want you to ride this wave. It might seem hard to you, but you need to seize that opportunity to release those negative feelings. It is good for you to get triggered by this kind of environment. So I hope you see it's good for you, then not bad for you, Daniel. So you need to turn off that negative thinking about the work environment. Yes, pressure. I feel like deadline, pressure. What it is about job that don't have deadline, unless you're self-employed, right? So if you're not self-employed, yeah, you have to meet the deadlines. But I feel like it's a temporary situation for you. So stay where you are and ride the wave and work on releasing your negative feelings. That's what I'm getting from there. 55. Full grace, blessing, effortless. Lie? Why am I picking up lie for you? Over promise? He is over promising? Whoever you're interacting with at work, you want me to say boss? His supervisor. Over promising something that you couldn't take. If you're feeling the pressure to take, to do, take. If you're feeling the pressure to take, to do. So it feels like maybe you just try to keep up with certain image, certain performance expectation or something. So you're over promising something to your boss. And you're not understanding that you need to release these negative feelings about that expectation on you. I feel like the more you put that on yourself, the more problem that's going to arise. You need to be honest about what it is that you're loading with, or the task that you have. Clearly explain when can you actually complete each one of them? I feel like that is the best route for you to be honest in that regard. Don't try to like over promising something and then you just couldn't meet them. And then you start feeling the stress or pressure, or I feel like apprehended by your boss. So it's okay to be honest and still be diplomatic about that. There's no need to lie about it. You know, every single role in the company has its own purpose. So it's not just about you, but then the next level has to see a bigger picture of that. It's not just about you, right? And every single employee that needs to be seen as well, and how it affect the company overall and so forth. So why do you sense that you have security issue as well? It's not gonna work out. If you're gonna find this place so insecure, if you find another job, it's still gonna run into the same problem for you. That's what I'm sensing here. Opening. One would say there are openings. There are openings. Openings about what? New opportunities for him. There are new opportunity for him. That's what you guys trying to tell me. Is it within the same company or outside? Outside? Within? Don't know. Your spiritual guardian does not want me to specify what kind of opening there are, but there are some type of opening for you in the futures. But whether I'm not here to say any further. It does not want me to say any further because Daniel, you need to take advantage right now. You need to focus on the now to release your negative feelings. If you're not doing that, you're going to miss this opportunity. You're going to trigger yourself into more recycling of the same thing. So, you know, living is not about sustaining your physical body. It isn't about sustaining your survival. It is about soul healing, Daniel. Your soul has been damaged by darkness, has been damaged by negative emotion. If you're not willing to heal being on this spiritual path, then you need to ask yourself, why are you asking me for readings, okay? Because my entire thing is always about soul healings. I'm just being so bluntly telling people this. You know, if you're going to ask me about your life situation, make sure you guys are incorporating soul healing into your life situation every day. It is the most critical thing, and I cannot say enough, and I cannot stress enough to anybody coming to my light work, okay? So be mindful of that every day when you're engaged in negativities, engaging in negative feelings. Make sure you learn to release them. Is there any more I need to do for Daniel here? I'm glad to end it here for you. May you find light from your spiritual guardian.